Well, we did it guys, Peria Chronicles is no more. Hello everyone, I'm your host BlackTuna and welcome back in a new video. Today we are talking about Peria Chronicles, and first of all, apologies for the mess in the background, but I didn't really have time to put things in order, hence the hat on my hair, because my hair is a mess as well. But what's happening? Well, the development of the highly anticipated sandbox MMORPG Peria Chronicles has ceased. Why is that? We're gonna have a look right now. So I'm not gonna take any credit for this news. I got it from mmos.com, specifically from this news article, and I'm gonna leave it in the description box below in case you want to read it by yourself. But already from the title you can see that Nexon cancels Peria Chronicles after spending 8.2 millions in development. Now 8.2 millions in game development is in the middle. It's not too much, it's not too little. Definitely it's not too much for an MMORPG. Take this with a grain of salt because I'm not an expert, but considering that MMORPGs need constant maintenance and they have to manage an open world, character creation oftentimes, and sandbox elements, well, I would assume that 8.2 millions is really on the low side for the development costs. Of course, the game was not in its final stage, but there were already some closed beta tests, and in fact that's where we got most of the footage from the game. So let's read the interesting part, which is this one. Nexon has stopped developing the Peria Chronicles. They said that after much discussion, the development of the Peria Chronicles was stopped. Nexon has conducted several internal and external tests of the Peria Chronicle. Then the grammar on this following sentence is not top-notch, but we can understand that apparently people were not happy with where the project was going. In fact, the project could not satisfy the user and eventually cancelled the project. Now, I don't really know how to interpret this, because from what I've seen from YouTube videos of other content creators, the European and Western community in general, even the US community in general, were not too displeased with how the project was moving forward. But on the other hand, considering that this is an Eastern market MMORPG prevalently, an Eastern market MMORPG, I've done some digging on the Eastern side of YouTube, on the Eastern side of the community, and apparently people were not too happy with how the game was going, so we have this disbalance between the two worlds. Specifically, I was also translating a bunch of comments from videos with Google Translate, and let's see what they're talking about. Okay, the first guy is a bit pessimistic. He's like, okay, the launch is gonna be delayed for sure, because this is what happens with all MMORPGs, and it will start to fall behind in the times in terms of graphics. Yeah, I mean, I don't really agree with this guy, because I believe that the graphic style that Peria Chronicle has, the anime graphic style, it's not really aging too much. I mean, you can watch 20 years old anime nowadays and they're still gonna look as good. It's something that it really hardly ages. I mean, it's not something like World of Warcraft, for example, that nowadays really looks like a PS1 game. The guy is wondering what's the identity of this game and what's wrong with the lighting. There's nothing really wrong with the lighting in my opinion, but yeah, they didn't do a really good job defining what's Peria Chronicles about and what can we expect. So far there's a bunch of trainers that can capture creatures and use them to fight other creatures, but what's the purpose behind it? What's the deal? I've been demonstrating that the NPC conversation UI is so ugly and it's too slow to summon Kira or to use Kirana skills. I'm not quite sure where this criticism comes from. No idea. Yeah, the UI is not the cleanest when it comes to discussion with NPCs, as you can see, but I mean, you can easily dodge that. The graphics are my favorite, but can the battle be loose like this? I don't really understand, but I think he wants the battle system to be improved, maybe faster paced. It's so unnatural, says this guy. Now this is a 2 years old video with a 2 years old comment, so let's find something more recent. But first let's go back 1 second and let's see that Nexon has reportedly spent 8.2 millions on the development, but apparently the game didn't meet player expectations during the beta test, which again, I think it's a bit of a mixed bag. I don't know where they really saw this backlash. This game compared itself to Minecraft in terms of open-ended gameplay and player-created content, so it would have been quite innovative as an MMO. I agree. This is why I was looking forward to Peria Chronicles. Apparently there was this concept of player-generated dungeons and quests which could have been something really unique for an MMORPG, but sadly this is what we get. But now I want to browse through some more recent videos of Peria Chronicles, specifically from the recent beta test. Now this is from a few months ago from user Ice Signy, And we can see already that the community is much more positive on our side. I just hope for the best it won't come pay to win, and it's being released to us in the very near future. I need this now. I want more content about this game. Oh my god, the combat system is too old for the game with awesome graphics. Yeah, combat system could be faster, but again, the type of criticism that you receive on our side is a little bit mild, you know? Please, I want this as a free-to-play. How can I get the game? I know why I studied Korean and Japanese. Now, this is from user Amarki. He made a video about UI and combat in Peria Chronicles. Okay, now for example, on this channel we have a little bit more criticism from our side, from the western side, and people are actually complaining that this game took so long to release and that there are better games with better graphics and better combat system, and that this is gonna eventually be laggy AF when people are gonna summon many creatures. There's gonna be many people summoning many creatures on the same place. Then the Lazy Peon made a video, so we can be sure there's gonna be a lot of comments on this one. Its next one, of course, is going to be pay to win. It can be the best game ever or just another bad MMORPG. Well, what about it's not gonna release at all? So again, there's a little bit of a mixed bag. There's people that actually are looking forward to it, or were looking forward to it, people that actually liked it when they played it, and people that had never any hope for this game, considering that it was Nexon and that for sure it would have been a pay to win game or something like that. Because there's a lot of way to make a game like this pay to win. For example, to create any type of content you may have to pay, so that would have been a bit weird. But apart from that, I am pretty sad regardless. When you see an MMO that you've been waiting for so long go away like this, it's always a very strong impact, because there's not too many MMORPGs coming, let's face it, there's not too many. There's Blue Protocol, which we may have a video about pretty soon. There's Ascent Infinite Realm, there's the other dumpster fire that is Astelia Online, and then there's Project Barbecue, but that's about it. Like, there's really nothing else on the horizon, and Peria Chronicles was set to be one of the most hopeful of these MMORPGs. Maybe even the most creative and the one that could have separated the most from the others. Also having a bigger target audience compared to the other MMORPGs that are coming out in these years, specifically because of the focus on the sandbox element. People love sandbox, come on, Minecraft is making a huge comeback, there's Cubeboard coming back, there's Hytale being developed as we speak. People are loving this game, people love to have freedom, and Peria Chronicles could have given these and much more to its community. Unfortunately, it's sad that we are never gonna see it come, because it's always good if an MMORPG that tries something new comes and fails and falls flat. Well, that's still a good sign, because then MMORPGs that are coming after know what to do, know what to target, because some things are just not meant to be in an MMORPG, so this could have been a great test for this. But anyway, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below, because this is gonna do it for today's video. If you liked it, please click the like button, subscribe, and again leave a comment down below, and I will see you again in the next video.